Well, hey, boys and girls, here we are for another exciting episode of Issues, that political talk show that's sure to make you roll in your grave, spit on Elvis, and chew up anything that's left over and swallow it down. Well, anyway, folks, it's been another great month since I talked to you last. All kinds of good shit's going on. You know, here we are back with that fiscal cliff again. You know, this thing's just never going to go away. And you know what they're trying to do? Well, they're trying to scare the shit out of you folks. They're doing it every weekend on every news broadcast, every hour. They're trying to tell you how horrible this fiscal cliff thing's going to be and that we're all going to die. Well, you know what? By the time they're done, you're going to be happy. That's right, folks. You're going to be happy that they're raising your taxes. You're going to be happy that they're cutting your benefits. You're going to be glad that you're going to be working to 72 years age before you get any retirement benefits. And don't worry, because our military is going to be the most funded organization in the world. And we'll give plenty of money to other countries that don't need it. But don't worry about you, okay? Don't worry about that. So anyway, you know what I tell those politicians? Fuck you guys. Jump off the fucking cliff. See if I care. You know what? It's just a curb anyway. It's about 4 inches high. They might twist their ankle or something, but I tell you, you sure don't need to be scared about that. But you know what? I think we'd all be better off without them. They all belong to be buried 6 feet under, if you ask me. They're all a bunch of crooks, and they're ripping us off every day. Well, back on the world front, we have Syria in the news. You know, folks, these poor guys, it just won't stop over there. First, we asked the guy to leave, and he didn't. Then we told the guy to leave, and we didn't. Now we're sending millions and millions of dollars to the rebels, and the rebels are having it terrible. They can't do it either. And so what do we do in circumstances like this? We go on every talk show and say, Syria has weapons of mass destruction. That's right. They're going to use chemical warfare. And we're going to kill all kinds of people, man. The CIA's talking now that, yeah, man, we got to take this guy out. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up a store and sell all these fuckers gas masks, man. I'm going to be rich, dude. It'll be just like the gold rush again. I'm going to have so much money. Oh, well, never mind. So, you know, drones are something that everybody should have. You all wanted your electric cars, but don't you want a drone too? I mean, shit, Santa Cruz is going to have one before you know it. And you know why everybody wants a drone? So they can spy. That's right, the spying is getting to be pretty good. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Big Brother. That's right. It might be 2014, but 1984, we're only a few years off, don't you think? They're watching everything. And you know what, this computer drone shit, you know, we're flying these armed drones. You know what it reminds me of? Terminator. That's right. Pretty soon, these computer drones flown by computers are going to go around taking people out. I mean, they're killing hundreds and hundreds of people in Pakistan right now, man. I'm telling you, you better watch your ass. That's right. Your phones are being tapped, your computer's being tapped, your car's being tracked, and you're being watched from these fucking drones, dude. And if you do something, they'll just drop a bomb on you. Oh, man, talk about the land of the free. Well, that's just what's going on with our Constitution. Yeah, man, that's what's going on. Your rights are being taken away every moment that you blink your eye worrying about that whole fiscal cliff crap. They're taking away our rights. Well, anyway, you know what else is going on? Unions. One by one, they're being dissolved. And in Michigan, as we speak, they're taking away rights of unions so members don't have to pay union dues. Well, you know what? You know what I say? Good for them. You know, when I was a union member and I paid my dues, they were spending it on stuff that I didn't care for. And when I needed union representation, they were not there. So I say no unions. You know what? Forget those guys. And you know, everybody's all pissed off, you know, oh, we don't have any money, and oh, the big corporations are trying to take away our benefits. And well, you know what, man? You can get good money working good jobs by yourself without the unions. And I tell you, it's a big pile of shit, man. these guys, if they were taking care of their members and taking care of their dues and spending their money responsible, instead of like being the Godfather and a bunch of mobsters that they are, I think the union people would be a lot happier. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not with the union anymore, and I'm pretty broke. So you union people, you figure it out. But anyway, don't worry. As Alfred E. Newman would always say, there's no reason to worry in this world. Let me leave you with this little tidbit about how our government's actually being run, huh? There's this guy, Mitch McConnell. You guys might remember him. Well, he decides that instead of taking this whole thing down to debt crisis that we've had every 3 months for the last 2 years, we'll just go ahead and make a measure that gives the president overwhelming power to raise the debt ceiling at any point. Well, you know what? For us to get over this fiscal cliff, we're going to be spending tons and tons of money, and that means they're going to have to raise that debt ceiling from trillions and trillions to gazillions, and they don't want to make it a big public issue. So McConnell, the guy that's always been making this a public issue, goes to Harry Reid and says, hey man, how about we do this? We pass this proposition that'll give the president power to raise the debt ceiling. And Harry Reid says, sure man, let's put it to a vote. And so they go through all this trouble, and 3 days later they take it to a vote. And you know who says no? Mitch McConnell. He says, no, wait a minute, this wasn't quite what I had in mind. Well, dude, you're the one that thought it up. You have a problem with yourself. The Republicans have problems with themselves because they don't know what they're doing. And you know what? To the nut house with all of them. That's what I say. They're all a bunch of loonies. Again, I mean, here, you make a bill and then you decide not to vote on the own bill that you made. No wonder we're not getting anything done in our government. Oh, man. And you know what? They're back for 4 more years, folks. So just sit back and enjoy it. At least I'm doing a little bit better than I was last year. Not much, but a little bit better. But I got the fucking demons right on my shoulders trying to take any cent that I get. So you know what? I guess it's all a wash. And I hope it's better than a wash. At least I'll come out smelling a little cleaner than I do right now. So anyway, I've got a great show ahead of you. I've got an interview. That's right. Tonight, Bobby and I are going to San Francisco to see a premiere of a movie we were in, and this interview is going to tell you a little bit about it. I'm going to talk to Joe Sams about his movie, Summertime Memories with Mumbles with Mo. And then also our buddy Ed, the Star Makers guy, he's been playing around with us. We did this great video. Obama says knock you out. Well, Ed says knock you out. Check that out. You're going to love that. Here it comes. Let me just show it to you right now, huh?
And with the local BBC News, LL Cool J, the triumphant comeback. But tonight...
Don't call it a comeback. I've been president for years. Didn't you hear? Trying to be clear. Making decisions in the middle of a monsoon. Listen to your rhetoric go boom, explosion. Stop posing. Telling the world you're chosen. Restoring our name on a global scale. We don't want to hear your fairy tale. Don't you dare compare you to me. You can't do it, trying to entice. You get sliced, all the people will pay the price. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama say knock you out. Bill Clinton says knock you out. Florida said knock you out. Michigan knocked you out. Jay Leno said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Ellen said knock you out. Don't you call this a regular jam. I'm the president of this land. Took a city bitty country by storm, and I'm just getting warm. Re-elected to another term. The people made their choices. Remember bayonets and horses, giving the people their voices. Why do you riff with me, the 44th president, changing positions, flip-flopping, doing whatever you think is right? How you like me now? People will not allow you to will and deal. Daytime fills my mind, and you are big all the time. What are you trying to do with my rhyme. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. Bill Clinton says knock you out. Florida said knock you out. Michigan knocked you out. Jay Leno said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Ellen said knock you out. Break down. Yeah. 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 Conceding at 1 in the morning, now that's late. Why you gotta hate? Making my girls stay up past their bedtime. And I'm adding verses to this rhyme. Don't be a bad loser, let it go. Teddy Pendergrass said it's a political TKO. You said 47% pay no taxes. You better get your faxes straight. You're late. You're gonna come in to celebrate. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. You said you wouldn't give relief if a disaster came our way. Well, it started to rain, then a shower, more by the hour. One low pressure system, then another, not three, cause it could be another perfect storm. Then wow, blam, how you like me now? Hurricane Sandy came away, and they caused damage, 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 damage. I stopped politicking and went to Jersey, helped Christie out. What kind of assurance do you have? He said farmers.
What?
Farmers.
What?
Farmers.
We're ready.
We're ready. Let's go to Bricktown. Do ever disrespect my Pete? They drive Fords and Jeeps, saving the audio industry for keep. Cause I'm a president that do my business hard. Knock you out. Mama said knock you out. Bill Clinton said knock you out. Florida said knock you out. Michigan knocked you out. Jay Leno said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Ellen said knock you out.
Cash due for this, cash due for that, 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 cash due for this, cash due for that.
Heineken, fuck that shit. Heineken, fuck that shit. Heineken, fuck that shit.
Well, hey there, Spilly Chili with this new talk show, Mumbles with Mo, and I'm here with my special guest today, Mr. Joe Sams. Well, Joe, thank you so much. Joe Sams is an art student from San Francisco who's helped me on a couple projects. He's helped me with getting some bands here on Spilly Chili's Bowl of Rocks. And today we're going to talk about a project that's coming up. Just what do you got up your sleeves, Joe?
Well, I'm about to work on my senior thesis right now, and it's called Summertime Memories. And it is an experimental narrative, all first-person perspective, from a child's perspective. And basically, I want to mix the dream world and a children's perspective together to ultimately make the most nightmarishly psychedelic film I possibly can.
So this is going to be a short film or a feature film? What exactly are you looking at?
Well, it's going to be about 8 to 10 minutes, and it's all first-person perspective, which is really key. Very minimal dialogue. There's going to be these bookends of reality where it starts out in a parent-teacher conference. And basically this teacher is bringing this kid's parents in to show how disturbing these pictures were that he drew. And these pictures that he drew are based on what he did over his summer vacation. And through that process, he goes to a convalescent home, and he is really disturbed by the imagery that he sees there. And he He has some bad incidents with some clowns, and the end of his summer vacation actually results in the death of his sister. So all of these things put together are influencing and overpowering his dream world.
Wow, that definitely sounds like a psychologist's nightmare. I feel sorry for anybody
Yeah.
that's got to work on this kid. So anyway, yeah, hell summer there. And so, Joe, where do you plan on doing this? Are you going to do this here locally, or are you going to do it up in the city? What's your plans with that?
Well, you know, I'm actually going to shoot it in the Bay Area as well as Santa Cruz. My main goal is to shoot it at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
Ah, cool.
One of my favorite places, by the way. I love the boardwalk. And it has sort of a creepy atmosphere, especially for children, I guess you would say. I mean, I'm going to make
Hey,
it
I'm
creepy.
no children, and I still get creeped out. There's some parts of the boardwalk over there that give me the heebie-jeebies.
Got to watch out for that haunted
you
house.
get down in that damp, dank stuff down underneath there after the floods and stuff. It's pretty scary shit down there. So
Yeah.
that's all real cool, Dan. When are you planning on doing this?
Well, right now we're in pre-production until early June. And then after that, production is going to be late July to early August is when we're going to shoot at the boardwalk. And we have a few sets to build and a few puppets to make. I'm very influenced by Meet the Feebles, which is an early Peter Jackson film, as well as Eraserhead by David Lynch. Fundamentally, I'd say my film resembles kind of what he was going for in a sense, but at the same time is completely different. And
Well, I say that's the wide range there. You got Meet the Feebles over here with the puppets and craziness, and David Lynch with the surreal, dark, nightmarish thing. And that'll be interesting to combine the puppets. And I think anybody can agree that clowns are scary to begin with. And
the movie It was a big influence. Also, I guess that's actually why I think clowns are frightening, because of that. That's a very scary movie to me, or at least it was when I was younger. It was the scariest movie ever to me.
now, are you writing all this yourself and directing it and producing it, or do you got a team of people helping you? How's that working out?
Well, I have two wonderful producers, one of which, Jana Santa Ana, she actually works at Skywalker Ranch. And Lala Wallace, she's also worked on some very large projects like A-Town, which is a 60-minute feature,
Nice.
which was also created through our school, the Art Institute of San Francisco.
Fabulous,
I have
fabulous.
a wonderful crew working with this project, and they're going to make everything possible.
Now,
So-
what's the final goals of this when it's all said and done? What do you plan on doing it? Trying to market it? Just use it for your own satisfaction? Or try to get it in a film festival or two as a short?
It's you know, I'm actually going to send it to a bunch of film festivals. So far, I've been thinking Trauma Dance, which is Lloyd Kaufman, the creator of the Toxic Avengers. It's his film festival that he has right during Sundance. Sort of, it's like the anti-Sundance, I guess you would say.
Too much fun.
That's one of my big influences too, because he does so many things on the cheap. So
And us chili heads, we can all relate to that, can't we, boys and girls? Doing things on the cheap and the down low and just making the most fun out of it as possible.
That's what it's all
and
about.
all you fans out there can relate to this. Well, Joe, so, you know, what's going on with the music and stuff? You got composers? Are you using outside tracks? A little of both?
I'm actually really excited about the music because I have about 6 to 8 different artists signed on to compose certain sections of my film. And most of them are noise artists. I got Miscreant, they're a local power electronics duo. I got Striations from Concord. I got AC Way, and I have Disgust. Those are all noise musicians. And then I have an all-instrumental post-rock band called Me Monster, who are going to do sort of the more upbeat moments. And then one of the most exciting moments of this film is that I get to collaborate with this band God Stomper. They're an experimental power violence band from Sunnyvale. They've been around since the mid-90s, and I've been a fan for a long time, and I got them on board when they played at Pioneer Street when Nick Bain put their show on.
All right. Yeah, well, you guys are all familiar with 105 Pioneer and the wonderful parties we did out there. Remember, I was out there not too long ago with,
David Lee Bahar.
yeah, man, yeah, that was a wild night.
Sold out show, yeah, that was incredible.
Very cool, very cool. Well, did you want to show us the clip? Why don't you introduce this clip for us, and we'll talk a little bit about it after we see it.
Oh yeah, definitely. So actually, recently I got confirmation from Guided by Voices to use their song Pimple Zoo off of their album Alien Lanes for this cartoon I made called Interview with a Johnny Depp Fan, which is my friend Stephanie Miller conducted an interview with a fellow student who is obsessed with Johnny Depp. And basically, I animated over it, and I used a Guided by Voices song, and I thought I'd show it because I just got permission to use their song, which
cool.
means the world to me because they're one of my favorite bands.
All right, so this is a world premiere then, huh?
Yep.
All right, well, let's take a look at that, and we'll talk about it when it's done.
Uncle Dad's Productions.
Sometimes I get the feeling that you don't want me around.
I met a lot of interesting people when I lived in LA. I got to meet Johnny Depp's aunt's best friend. She invited me to Johnny Depp's family reunion, but I could not go because I was working. She also tried to help me meet him by going to his nephew's football games. But, you know, things got in the way and wasn't able to meet him. I've also went to the premiere for Pirates just to be able to catch him. So I chased him to the castle and got stopped by security twice. At least I've gotten to speak to a few celebrities and try to get my foot in the door a little bit.
Sometimes I get the feeling that you don't want me around.
Wow, I really enjoyed that, Joe. So how'd you do that? How'd you put that all together?
Well, it was a project for my experimental animation class, and I don't know why, but my teacher thought it wasn't experimental enough. I guess because it has a narrative. But I made it in 2 days, basically, all with cutouts. I actually tried to sprinkle in celebrities who I really like. If you probably won't notice because they're so small, but I incorporated Eazy-E and Steve Buscemi and Bill Murray and Harry Dean Stanton.
Oh, what
They're
a bunch there.
Yeah,
huh?
they're
What a
all the
bunch.
hidden
Each
celebrities.
is a character into their own right in mind. And God, you think of Steve Buscemi and all the movies he's been in, and then when you think of Harry Dean Stanton, now you have to think of Repo Man.
Yep.
All Repo Men are
That's
intense.
right.
So
I
anyway,
love that
well,
movie.
that's really cool. That's really cool, Joe. Now, taking all this experience that you had and these different things, you did the wonderful cartoon for my show, and you've done this thing, and you've done some other things, and are you showing those things? Some sort of exhibition or anything like that?
Actually, I've had a few art gallery showings at the Hellas Gallery where I not only do art installations, but I also show a few other things like all my videos. I have about 40 minutes of content for my production company, Uncle Dad Productions.
And how can people get a hold of you?
Well, I have my email address, which is joewsams@gmail.com, and I also have a profile on Vimeo.com, and that's, if you just look up Uncle Dad Productions on Vimeo, you'll see all 31 of my videos, I believe I have on there.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Now, can people just Google that stuff and will it pop up, or do you have
I
to
think
have some keywords?
if you Google Uncle Dad Productions with the quotes and look for just some weird looking psychedelic cartoon, it should be one of the first things to come up.
Awesome, awesome. All right, Joe. Well, hey, man, we look forward to seeing your film and
It's a real
getting that
pleasure.
done. When do you think that's all going to be done and said and done then, you think?
It should be done in December, so look
That's
for
around the
December.
end of the year, huh?
Yep.
Perfect, perfect. Well, we wish you nothing but the best out there. And all you chili heads, keep posted. Joe's going to be doing some stuff for us on Issues again real soon, and I'm going to try to incorporate some of his other stuff. And Me Monster that he just mentioned is going to be on Spilly Chili here in a few weeks down the road, so stay
Very
tuned for that
excited.
too. Well, anyway, that's it for Mumbles with Mo, and we'll talk to you all later. Good night.
Heineken, fuck that shit. Heineken, fuck that shit. Heineken, fuck that shit. Heineken, that's Blue Ribbon.
I want to thank you all so much for being in with us tonight and watching my crazy show. I hope you got a laugh and a chuckle and a little bit more education, because if we can just educate you a little bit, then we're on the right track. So anyway, good night, folks. We'll catch you next time.
Come to Thomas Musical Instruments in Santa Cruz for all your band and orchestral instrument needs. We specialize in the sale and repair of band instruments and carry a wide selection of new and used instruments. We offer discounts on reeds and strings and stock a large selection of accessories for your instrumental music needs. We stock the largest selection of piano and instrumental sheet music in Santa Cruz County, with maybe you or someone you know would like to learn to play an instrument. From beginning to advanced levels, Thomas Musical Instruments has instruction available. For 18 years, Thomas Musical Instruments has been providing repairs in the Santa Cruz. We are open weekdays 11 to 6 and Saturdays 11 to 5. Thomas Musical Instruments, where a friendly, experienced staff can help you make beautiful music.
Carla Oliveira, and I would like to invite you to my Delicious Cafe, where we have a family-friendly atmosphere and we make fresh, delicious food. Come and try our special breakfast. Enjoy one of mouth-watering sandwich and, of course, our Brazilian bowl. We have full catering service for all your holiday and last-minute party needs. So come to my Delicious Cafe. We serve breakfast and lunch all day from 7 a.m. until 4 p.m., 7 days a week. Delicious East Cliffs Cafe.
Do you want to have dancing bones too? Well, it's very simple. Just visit the McClellan Wellness Center on Seabright Avenue in Santa Cruz. Give him a chance and he'll make your bones dance the night away. McClellan Wellness Center.